How to prevent relapse from happening, and how I've actually this time through prevented relapses from happening. I've been sober since 7/25/17. It took me 13 years to get sober. And relapse is a reality of addiction. My drugs of choice were alcohol and cocaine. Those I was obsessed with. And to really prevent relapses, and when it comes to, oh my God, this song triggered me, or movie triggered me, or this party triggered me, all this trigger bullshit. How do you prevent it? This is what I did. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. Preventing triggers is this. My suggestion: one, don't be a bitch. Number two, don't have an ego. You don't have an ego. And number three is know that you're always going to be an addict. Because when it comes to it, I always hated it, and it drove me nuts when people were like, oh man, I heard this song that I used to listen to when I would use, and I hear this song and I just want to use again. Or, you know, I watched this movie, or, you know, somebody was talking about this and it triggered me and it just makes me want to use. Just stop being a bitch. Because that's us as an addict, man, is being this enabling, poor me, woe is me attitude to give us a reason to use. I mean, that's that weakness inside of us that we allow to sometimes come to the forefront. And it's something that I've used as an addict to fucking relapse of, oh man, this was really triggering, and I need to just numb this pain. And it wasn't me who really used, it was that I was triggered. No, it was me because I was weak. Because I was weak and I allowed myself with ego to put myself in that position and not walk away. You hear a song that's really bothering you, whatever, change it to the next one. It's not that hard. You know, you see a movie, change it to turn off the movie, whatever, man. You go to a party and people are using, you have a choice. You leave or you stay. It's your choice. And just because that you're an addict to this doesn't mean that everyone else has to change their world for you, because you're the addict. And that's where realizing that you're an addict is so important. Like, our sobriety is not everybody's thing to bow to. Because we have to stay sober, nobody else has to change their life. It's us and us only. And so when you had that mentality of that, you know, people have to bend to our will in a sense, that you're going to relapse at some point or another, because all you're doing is searching for excuses to relapse. And I used to do this a lot. Like, I'm just calling myself out here on ways that I used to relapse. And it's so funny because, you know, we're in such an enabling culture nowadays where, you know, it's oh, it's okay, don't worry, let's all kind of mold and bend to you. No, man, you mold and bend to an addict, and guess what happens? Nobody's happy, and the addict's still going to find a way to relapse. It doesn't help. And the last thing is putting that ego away, because one of the challenges that I always ran into when I would relapse is I'd have an ego that I got this under control. I figured out addiction. I haven't figured out addiction. And I'll never figure out addiction. I enjoy sharing about addiction. I enjoy sharing my stories and my testimonies and experiences that I've been through to help people that are in addiction, just to have somebody to relate to. But figuring this stuff out, I haven't. I don't know why I could do meth and not be addicted to it. But yet cocaine, I can't even know that it's around because I'd be obsessed with wanting to do it. And that's where it ultimately comes to me of, I know if it's around what? I have two choices. I can stay in relapse or I can go. It's my choice. And I have to choose my sobriety if that's what I really want. Or if I want to be a little bitch, I stay and I do it. And then I beat myself up in the mirror and I can't believe how weak I was. Own it, man. Own it, and don't find the reasons and excuses to relapse. Because relapse isn't a joke. And I've had too many friends who have died after a relapse. Because the pain was too great. They just had to use one more time. So don't be that person. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. Comment down below. I think we overuse the word trigger too much. Trigger this, trigger this. Oh, dude. How about this? How about control your environment, because you do you and what's important to you and nobody else. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody else. And no one has to cave or bend to you. But you own your stuff, and you take care of you. The ones going through it, you ain't alone.